Hi, this is Jitin Kumar, and today we are going to discuss next topic. So topic name is Avogadro hypothesis. So according to Avogadro, he explained the molecules and he explained the relation between the volume of gases. So Avogadro introduced the idea of another kind of smallest particle that is called as molecule. So we can write Avogadro introduced the idea of another kind of smallest particle called as molecule. Okay, so the discovery of molecule credit goes to Avogadro. So if we define a molecule, that is the smallest particle of an element or compound that can be that can have stable and independent existence. So we can define a molecule. So we can write the definition of molecule. A molecule is the smallest particle of an element or compound that can have stable and independent existence. Means a molecule is the smallest particle of an element or compound that can have a stable and independent existence in nature. Okay, so next, if we talk about the Avogadro hypothesis, so what is the Avogadro hypothesis? So Avogadro suggests that under the similar conditions of temperature and pressure, equal volume of gases contains equal number of molecules. Okay, so let's write the hypothesis of Avogadro. We can write Avogadro hypothesis so we can write according to Avogadro hypothesis, Avogadro hypothesis under similar conditions of temperature and pressure equal volume of gases contain equal number of molecules. Okay, so this is the Avogadro hypothesis. Under the similar conditions of temperature and pressure, equal volume of gases contains equal number of molecules. So if we take an example, if hydrogen react with chlorine and form HCl. Okay, so here one volume of hydrogen react with one volume of chlorine and form twice volume of HCl. If we balance out this equation, we can write 1 here, here is 2. Okay, so we can write it here n molecules of hydrogen reacts with n molecules of chlorine and form twice n molecules of HCl. Okay, so we can further simplify it. If one molecule of hydrogen react with one molecule of chlorine and form two molecules of HCl. Okay, again we can write if we half it, so half molecule of hydrogen react with half molecules of chlorine and form one molecule of HCl. So we can further simplify it and we can write half molecule of hydrogen means one atom, means one molecule contain two atoms, so half molecule contain one atom. Here also similar, one molecule contain two atoms of chlorine, so half molecules contain one atom, and one atom of these two atoms combine together and form one molecule of HCl. Okay, so here we can say one atom of hydrogen react with one atom of chlorine and form one molecule of HCl. Okay, So this is the Avogadro law, which helps us to compare the different gases to their volume ratio with comparison in respect of their molecules. Okay. Now if we talk about the applications of Avogadro hypothesis, what is the applications of Avogadro hypothesis, how can we use it in chemistry? So next topic is applications of Avogadro hypothesis. Okay, so first applications of Avogadro hypothesis to know the atomicity. So first application we can write, it is to calculate the atomicity. So what is the meaning of atomicity? It means in a molecule or compound which contains how many atoms in their elementary state. Okay, so we can define it, number of atoms present in a molecule of an elementary state. Okay, so if we write nitrogen, it contains 2 nitrogen atoms, so atomicity of nitrogen is 2. And if we talk sulfur trioxide SO3, it contains 3 oxygen atoms and 1 sulfur atoms, so its atomicity will be 4. And if we talk about CO2, so it contains 2 oxygen atoms and 1 carbon atom, so its atomicity will be 3. So the simple meaning is that total number of atoms present in a molecule, that will be atomicity of any compound or molecule. Okay, so next if we write the second application of Avogadro hypothesis, so that will be the relationship between molecular mass and vapor density. So we can write the second application, relationship between molecular mass and vapor density. So we know the formula which relates molecular mass and vapor density. That is the simplest formula. That is the molecular mass is equals to twice into vapor density. Okay, so this is the simplest formula which we can memorize. Okay, so how we can get this formula? Let's discuss that point. So first we will discuss what is the vapor density. Okay, so vapor density is the ratio of density of any gas with density of hydrogen. Okay, so we can define vapor density so vapor density of a gas vapor density of a gas is the ratio of densities of gas and hydrogen at the same temperature and pressure. Okay, so this is the definition of vapor density. So we can write this definition in a formula way. So we can write density of gas at NTP, normal temperature and pressure, upon density of hydrogen it also at NTP. Okay, so we know the rate density equals to mass by volume. So we can write vapor density is equals to mass of gas upon volume of gas. Here mass of hydrogen at the same volume okay, so here both volume are equal, so we can cancel out it. So now we will get vapor density is equals to mass of gas upon mass of hydrogen. So we can write it mass of one molecule of gas upon mass of one molecule of hydrogen. Mass of 1 molecule of hydrogen. Okay, so we can write it. Mass of one molecule of gas means its molecular mass, so we can write it molecular mass of that gas divided by mass of one molecule of hydrogen. So one molecule of hydrogen's mass will be 2. Okay, so we can write it molecular mass of gas is equals to 2 into vapor density. Okay, so this is the proved here. Now if we discuss the next application of Avogadro hypothesis, that will be the third. So third applications of Avogadro hypothesis is gram molecular volume. Means 1 gram mole of any gas occupies how much volume, that is called as gram molecular volume. So we can write gram molecular volume GMV. Okay, so we this is the symbol. We can write it 1 gram mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liter of volume at NTP. Okay, so 1 gram mole occupies 22.4 liter. Okay, so here we can write, if at NTP, normal temperature and pressure, the density of hydrogen is 0.00089 gram per ml. Okay, so here density of hydrogen is 0.00089 gram per ml. Okay, it means 0.00089 gram of hydrogen occupies 1 ml. So 1 gram of hydrogen will occupy 1 upon 0.000 0.0089 ml. So 1 mole means 2 gram hydrogen occupies, so that will be 1 upon 0.00089 into 2 ml, and that will be 22400 ml, or we can say that it is 22.4 liter. So this is proved 1 mole of any gases at NTP occupies 22.4 liter. Okay, now come to the next applications of Avogadro hypothesis. So next applications is relationship between molecular mass and volume. So we can write fourth application, relationship between molecular mass and volume. Okay, so we know that 22.4 liter of any gas at NTP, V equals to the molecular weight of gas expressed in gram or in other words. Okay, so this is the relationship between volume and mass. So we can write 22.4 liter of any gas at NTP is equal to the molecular weight of gas expressed in gram or in other words. Okay, so we can write it, molecular weight of gas occupies 22.4 liter volume at NTP. So molecular weight of a gas occupies 22.4 liter volume 8 NTP. Okay, so we can prove it. Molecular weight is equals to 2 into vapor density. We have discussed in initial part of this topic, so we can write it 2 into mass of any gas upon mass of hydrogen, for same volume. Okay, so we can write it 2 into mass of 1 liter of gas, upon here mass of 1 liter hydrogen. So we can write it 2 into mass of 1 liter gas and mass of 1 liter of hydrogen. So density of hydrogen is 0.0089 gram per ml. So if we write it for 1 liter, so 1 liter hydrogen mass will be 0.089 gram. Okay, so we can write it here. Mass of 1 liter of hydrogen is 0.089 gram. So we will get it molecular weight is equals to 22.4 into mass of 1 liter gas, or we can write molecular weight is equals to mass of 22.4 liter gas. Okay, so this is the our relation molecular mass is equals to mass of 22.4 liter gas, which is equals to 1 mole of gases. Okay, so these are the applications of Avogadro hypothesis. Thank you.